Hey hippies, welcome back. It's Courtney Shavante here. I'm back with another banging resin tutorial showing you how I go from this mold to this ashtray. If this is something that you're interested in learning how to do, make sure you stay tuned for this tutorial and everything, and also hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that I do put out for you guys moving forward. And let's go ahead and get started so I can show you how we are placing all these beautiful foils. Alright hippies, so to start out we're going to mix up 20 milliliters of resin here. We only need a small amount because we're going to be working with the rim here. So first I'm going to add a little bit of mica powder in here. I'm using a white colored mica powder. I'm just going to mix that up really well. Sometimes I do add in a bit of alcohol just to, make that easier to mix. I'm also popping in some glitter as well. So after I have that mixed up, I'm just going to go ahead and pour that into the rim of my ashtray. Now I know it's hard to see on here because the color of the mold and the color of the resin are very similar. However, the way I have it poured, it's so the little dips in the ashtray aren't completely covered. So it's going to have like this little peekaboo effect, and that's how you see the black in the rim as you've seen in the preview and everything. So to achieve this, I just make sure I pour everything evenly on an even surface, and then I just kind of scoop things around as needed to make sure that there isn't any overflow in one area and then resin lacking in another area, just to kind of even everything out a bit using my stir stick. So yeah, just go ahead and do that, then spray some alcohol, and then we're just going to allow that layer to cure. Once that layer has had a chance to cure, you're going to go ahead and mix up another 20 milliliters of resin here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of put this off into a different cup because I am, kind of working on a couple different projects and everything. But to start out with this layer, what I'm going to do is add in my mica powder, of course. This time I'm using a black mica powder. I'm just going to mix that up really good, making sure there aren't any chunks or anything like that that's going to cause any like little clogs. Then that's kind of unsightly. So we're going to add in a couple drops of alcohol ink, which is, perfect because it's going to help minimize the bubbles as well, because the alcohol in the alcohol ink helps to eliminate those. But you do want to make sure it's not just all sitting on top. So go ahead and mix that up really well and make sure everything is dispersed within the resin and scrape at the sides. Once you're finished mixing, you can just go ahead and toss that right into the rim and go ahead and, just pour all of that resin in. It won't fill it, but that's completely fine because our next layer is going to take care of the remaining part of the rim. But yeah, just go ahead and scrape at that, spray your alcohol, and then allow that to cure as well, hippies. Alright, so now that everything is nice and cured, what you're going to do is take a little piece of cellophane that's already pre-cut to the shape of the base, and then I just kind of crumbled that up and spread it back out so I can make sure it has the crinkles in there. Next, I'm going to be cleaning off the base of my tray just to make sure there's no excess glitter on here or any debris that I don't want showing up in my final piece. So now we're going to take my foil that I have cut here. It's a pre-made holographic foil. I do have a tutorial showing how I make these foils, so I'll be sure to link that for you guys so that way you have access to it. But I just took some of the resin that I made 60 milliliters for this step, by the way, and I just took a little bit and poured it over the front portion of my foil, and then I pressed it down evenly as close to the base of the mold as I could, and now I'm just adding a nice little layer of that resin on top of the foil, just to kind of cover that up and everything. Next, I'm just sprinkling here a little bit of this heavenly glitter mix that I do have available in my Etsy shop. This is one of my custom handmade glitter mixes, and it's completely unique, so definitely make sure you check that out. But yeah, now we're back working with our resin and everything, and what we're going to do is you're just going to put a little bit more to make sure you actually have the resin covering that, and then you're just going to take that cellophane that you have pre-cut and crumbled, and you're just going to press that directly onto the base, and you want to do it in a way to where it's able to press down directly on top of that foil, and you want to kind of push out any excess resin and any bubbles underneath that cellophane. Next, take that same glitter mix, pop it right into your resin, and then just kind of pour that to continue, filling up this layer for us. You want to pour enough resin to where it does cover that cellophane foil, the holographic foils, and it also fills the rim as well, so that way we have a nice smooth layer to come in with the next color that we're going to do. Spray a bit of alcohol and remove all bubbles, and then you're just going to allow this some time to cure as well, hippies. Alright, once the clear and the glitter layer is completely cured, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and add a black layer. So this is going to, kind of top this all off, and it's going to be our final layer. I added some black mica powder into my resin, of course, and I'm only going to use 30 milliliters of resin on this step, although I have 80 in this cup. I have another project that I'm working on as well, and you'll be seeing that very shortly. But after I add the mica powder, of course, I'm going to come in here with my alcohol ink. I love adding in the alcohol ink as well because it just gives me a deeper black along with that metallic look, so that way it's not see-through or anything like that, and I don't have to worry about adding in too much pigment when I use this method. So it's bomb for, curing reasons too. So just go ahead and mix that up really, really well. Make sure there is no alcohol ink sitting on top of the resin that you have mixing here. And then you're just going to go ahead and pour that 30 milliliters to, pretty much fill the mold here and create this nice even layer. Make sure there are no bubbles, anything like that. Spray any alcohol if necessary. And you know the drill. Go ahead and let this cure 24 hours. Now that everything's nice and cured, we're going to demold by wiggling this from the mold. Go ahead and pull at the sides, and as you get the sides lifted, the base is super easy to pop on out, and a shabam. This is what we have. But first we need to go ahead and sand down these really sharp edges because we don't want any fingers or any furniture getting damaged or cut. Trust me, it doesn't feel good. But yeah, just go ahead and smooth that down and then wipe it clean. And then ta-da, this right here is our finished project here. I'm pulling you in for a side view. I love how this little clear part looks right here as so this little peekaboo action. And this is how the sides and the front of our tray looks. I'm loving this rim and everything. I am loving this holographic foil on here. I'm loving the foil on top of the cellophane sheet as well. Like, it's definitely adding some dimension for us, makes it really interesting to look at. But I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of hard to see the foils unless you're actually in some reflective light and everything. But look at that little peekaboo ashtray dip and everything. That's kind of where you place your blunts and whatnot. I love how it like peeks through on the white and heavenly glitter mix. This heavenly glitter mix is looking so bomb with these colors and the cellophane. This is just, it's gorgeous. Chef's kiss. It's definitely giving cosmic vibes. Like the stoner in your life would love this design. If you are feeling this design and you're rocking with it as much as I am, make sure you let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys. I look forward to featuring you guys in my videos. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So until next time, hippies, XO. Mwah. I'll catch you guys later.